Welcome, everyone, to the MyChesCo Deep Dive. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Chris. We're both part of the MyChesCo team.
And today, we are diving into something really significant, especially for us here in Chester County.
Absolutely. We're talking about Pennsylvania's broadband deployment plan.
Specifically, the Pennsylvania Broadband Development Authority, the PBDA, they've provisionally approved almost $800 million.
Right. Nearly $800 million in these federal BEAD grants. That's broadband equity, access, and deployment.
And this isn't just tech jargon, folks. This is about connecting you, your families, your businesses right here in Chester County to reliable, high-speed internet.
Yeah, it really touches everything. Education, healthcare, economic opportunities. It's foundational stuff.
Definitely. So if you find this conversation helpful, please do give us a like, share it with others, and subscribe to MyChesCo for more deep dives like this.
And we love hearing from you, so drop your comments below.
Okay, Chris. So this number, nearly $800 million, it sounds huge. How does this fit into the bigger picture for broadband in PA? What's the main goal?
It is a huge number, Michelle. So the PBDA board gave the provisional nod to $793.4 million in these BEAD grants. Now, BEAD funding itself is specifically aimed at getting high-speed internet to places that are currently, underserved or totally unserved.
Okay.
But step back further, and it's actually part of an even bigger pot, $1.16 billion in federal money Pennsylvania received.
Wow. Where did that come from?
That's flowing from the Federal Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, the IIJA. It's that massive bill aimed at upgrading infrastructure across the U.S., and broadband is a key piece. So the ultimate goal for Pennsylvania, it's pretty ambitious. Connect every single location in the Commonwealth that doesn't have high-speed internet right now.
Every single location? That's a massive undertaking.
It really is.
And there's a really important step happening right now, isn't there, with public input?
Yes, exactly. Critical point. These selections, the ones totaling that $793 million, they're provisional.
Meaning not set in stone yet.
Correct. They're currently in a public comment period. This is where you come in.
Okay, when does that run?
It kicked off on Friday, August 22nd. That was 2025. And it wraps up very soon.
When's the deadline?
Friday, August 29th, 2025 at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So not much time left.
Right. So folks listening, this is genuinely your opportunity to look at the plans and provide feedback. It's vital for transparency.
Absolutely. Before the final plan gets sent off to the NTIA, that's the National Telecommunications and Information Administration.
For federal agency overseeing it all.
Yep. And that submission deadline is September 4th, 2025.
Got it. And what's the timeline after that? When does the work actually start?
Well, the NTIA is aiming to get the funds dispersed, actually sent out by the end of this year.
Okay, so fairly quickly.
Relatively, yeah.
Okay.
And Governor Shapiro's administration, they're pushing hard to hit that universal access goal across the state by the end of this decade.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned something interesting earlier, Chris, about the money side. Savings.
Yes. This is quite remarkable, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Through some really diligent work cost analysis, competitive bidding, the PBDA figured out how to connect all the targeted areas for less than they initially thought.
How much less?
A lot less. $345 million saved from that original $1.16 billion allocation.
Wow, $345 million. Is that just because the first guess was too high, or is it really good planning?
I'd say it's definitely testament to smart planning and an adaptable strategy. It wasn't just luck.
Okay, so how are they achieving that? What kind of tech are they using? Is it all fiber optic?
Not entirely, and that's key to the efficiency. They're using a mix tailored to different areas. About 64% is planned for fiber, which makes sense for denser areas. Then there's 4% hybrid fiber coaxial, 14% fixed wireless.
Yes, wireless, like for harder to reach spots.
Exactly. Bridging challenging terrain, more spread out communities. And then interestingly, 18% is low Earth orbit satellite.
Satellites for the really remote places.
Precisely. Relaying cable is just impractical or way too expensive. So it's a really diverse toolkit.
That makes a lot of sense for a state with Pennsylvania's geography. So, Chris, let's bring it back home. For families, for businesses, right here in Chester County, what does this actually mean day to day? What changes?
Well, Michelle, think about it. It's about smoothing out those daily frustrations and opening doors. Maybe it's seamless remote learning for kids without the connection dropping, or accessing telehealth services easily, especially for folks in more rural parts of the county.
Right, saving long drives.
Definitely. And for businesses, especially small or home-based ones, it means being able to reliably connect with customers, use cloud services, maybe compete globally in ways they just couldn't before.
No more freezing on video calls.
Hopefully a lot less of that, yeah. It really lowers the barrier for participation in the digital economy and, modern life.
It really does sound like it could be transformative for many here.
I think so.
Which leads to a really interesting question for everyone listening. As this high-speed internet becomes hopefully universal across Pennsylvania, how might you use it? How could you leverage this better connectivity right here in your part of Chester County to innovate, maybe start something new, connect differently? What possibilities does it open up for you personally or professionally?
That's a great question to ponder.
Definitely something to think about. Well, that brings us near the end of this deep dive. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks everyone. And a special shout out to Charles for listening.
We appreciate all of you. Remember, we drop a new deep dive every Monday, so make sure you check back.
And if you like this, please hit like, share it, and subscribe to MyChesCo.
Absolutely. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And of course, for all your local Chester County news, events, and information,
Check out mychesco.com.
that's the place to go. Thanks again for joining us.
Until next time.